Good morning, good morning, good morning, family. Good morning. Oh my goodness, it's Destiny. She doesn't look as busted up on her iron infusion day. And you guys know why, right? Because iron infusion day number 3 has already come and it's gone. Yes. Listen, I was just wrapping up doing some editing on my video that I have not yet posted. But I was saying, I know y'all like, oh my gosh, she was going to these iron infusions and she be waking up looking busted and raggedy. It's that type of morning. I'm still having to get up early, and I was talking about how I get up out of my zone, out of my element. It ain't time for me to get out of my bed. But today is a better day because I'm not stressed out, drinky, right? To go get some iron in my body, in my system. Not today. I am, however, going to the oncology office, and I'm thinking, why not hop on, do a video, and take the family with you, right? So we did iron infusion day 1, 2, and 3. Round 1, 2, and 3. They're over with. I guess obviously I got some energy, right? So listen, in that last footage, I talked about how I didn't only talk about it. I showed you guys because you went with me. If you're paying attention to the channel, you went with me. And we went through Walmart. We found some cute little items for the people that I wanted to do some gifts for. I haven't posted it yet, but the video obviously is going to come up before this video, so you will have the chance to see it. But we went through Walmart. I found some cute little things. I did put on there, but later on I found some gift bags and some like stocking stuffers, right? The gift bags were way larger than the mugs, the cups that we found together, right? Y'all remember? So what I said, okay, I'm gonna have to fill these bags. I'm not gonna take this. And the bags weren't the regular gift bags, it's huge, but it was one of the smaller but medium-sized ones. As I'm checking out, I see these perfect little tiny bags that will fit for the cup. So I'm gonna show you what I did. But anyway, the reason we're on film today, reason why we're filming today is because we're going to go drop them off. Yay! I'm so excited because I love these people to death. They take such good care of me when I go into the medical facility. I love them and I just want to show my appreciation today. So because the entire office is nice, but of course I'm not going to go just drop gifts off. I'm not Santa Claus, right? I got on tan. I got on brown today, earth tone. I ain't got on red. I don't have my Santa hat. I ain't got on my Santa beard or my Santa suit. That's not what we're doing today. But we sort of kind of are. The two people in my oncology office that I love so much, I am going to drop them off personal gifts. I'm going to show you guys real quick before we leave the house. Then for the rest of the office, because I don't want to miss my doctor. I don't want to miss the his assistants that help me so much. They see me, they're right up under him. When he's not in, I see them. They take just as much great care of me as the ladies who hold my hand and give me all the pep talk. So I decided the entire office is worthy. I'm going to stop by and I'm going to drop off pizzas for lunch. So that's what we're doing today, guys. Yay. I mean, I'm really excited because I'm going to the doctor's office, but I ain't got to get a needle. I ain't got to get an IV. I ain't got to get stuck. So I'm so happy. Y'all probably like, this girl is so happy. And I'm really not because it's too early and I don't like to get out of my bed early. But I've already called yesterday and asked all the questions about the pizzas that I wanted to order. The guy was so super friendly that he just said, you know what, I'm going to write your order down. I'm going to give them a call about 20 or 30 minutes before I get there so they can get started on them. I'm going to pick up pizzas for the entire office, drop those off. And then my two special girls, I'm going to give them their gift. And then also I'm going to go to the lab where I get my blood work done. And my favorite two phlebotomists, I'm also going to give them gifts. So quickly, I'm going to grab the gifts and do my best because y'all know my OCD. I don't like touching stuff from the dollar store. Dollar trees are usually filthy. And some of the ones I go to, like, it's just this grungy kind. Not grungy, but yeah, you know. It's not a Publix. Everything's always in order and yeah. And then people drop things on the floor and put them back on the shelves. I'm always thinking I'm touching stuff that's so dirty, grungy dirt. So I'm going to do my OCD thing to show you guys these few items. I'm probably just I have 4 bags. I'm not going to go through all that because basically it's the same thing. But I'm just going to kind of show you what we did. And I'll be back. I'm going to be very strategic because I really like the more comfortable I get. I talk about my OCD all the time. I very seldom show a lot about it. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit more of OCD, right? So this is what I'm going to do. This is just a stool, like a bar stool I have in my home. And just because I feel like, again, Dollar Tree stuff is always dirty. This is just a little plain trash bag that I have in the house. I have like these little they're actually Dollar Tree bags. They're very cheap, very inexpensive. They will puncture in a minute. So I'm going to cover my stool with that, because when I go through these Dollar Tree bags, I just don't want them. I just think they're dirty. I don't want them on my stool, my bench. I could put them on the bench and clean bench. I can put them on the stool and clean the stool back down when I'm done, but that's not what I want to do. I'm more comfortable, just covering the stool. And I'm going to get a glove because, again, I don't want to touch all the items. Y'all probably like, well, how are you going to give the gifts to the people? Probably with gloves on, because I don't care. So yeah, I'm just more comfortable covering the stool, as opposed to maybe putting the bags up there and just cleaning the stool back down. It's just easier for me. I'm probably gonna grab a glove. So as I'm showing you, I'll have my glove on. I don't know. I may just give the gifts and look more normal without a glove, and I may just go to the bathroom and clean my hands with whatever cleanser I can find in the facility. But okay, let me get my glove and we're gonna go through at least 2 of the bags and we're gonna get out of here. All right, so here's the first bag. We're just gonna put it on our I ready to show. Cover the stool so I don't have to worry about this bag being, So this bag is obviously, so this is what I was saying. It wasn't the big Christmas bags, the one that's real tall, like this tall. No, just this little short one, medium size. Way too big for the mugs y'all saw me get in Walmart. But this one has Joy on it. I think it's really cute. Now, as I'm checking out, I then see these bags. But I had checked out. I'm like, this is perfect. Those mugs, I promise you, I went up every aisle possible looking for some little bags, at least this size. Couldn't find any that were Christmassy, right? Yeah, I said it, Christmassy. But so I said, you know what? I already done bought these bags. I don't have time to get back in line to do the refund. So I just said, I'm a thinker. I'm always trying to problem solve. So I said, you know what? Put a bag in a bag. It's okay. Just more decoration. So that's what's inside. And that's why we have 2 bags. If you guys are wondering why you don't give gifts you don't just go buy gift bags and pass them out to people. You're right. You don't. This gift is going to Randy. This is my girl. This is my #1 chick. Love her to pieces. She is a complete nut. She's a clown. Her personality is through the roof. But baby, when I tell you, she gives me joy. Randy gives me joy. That thing is a clown. So what we decided to do was, like a stocking stuffer kind of, right? Got a little candy cane in here. Some little chocolates. Just to kind of fill it a little bit. So, got a candy cane, some caramel and regular chocolate is inside. She has this cute little card. These cards, I wish I had showed you the cards the way they were in the package. They were packaged so freaking neat. The envelope was flipped out, which made it was a 2-tone. Had like the flap of the envelope had like a design or a Christmas decoration on it. The cards are super cute, but I've already put them up, so duh. Oh, you know what? I'm going to show you what the cards look like. I just remembered that I actually had 2 cards that I'm going to send out to someone else. So this is what they were like. I said it was so neat. Like the flap was turned out with decoration. So this one has candy canes. They were also season's greetings. They were just so dear. I've never seen cards like this, and they're in this plastic. May your holiday be as delightful as a candy cane and your new year as bright as the twinkling lights on the tree. Just very neat cards, and they come in this plastic. You can hear it. And I'm like, well, that's just, I don't know. They're just neat. Very decorative. Like these are little pop-off type of things on the outside. And I love how, before you get into it, you see, I'm like, oh, I thought this was going to be a part of the card, but it's actually a part of the flap to the envelope. So yeah. And then the second one. The second one is Snow Much Fun. Snow Much Fun. Same thing. The envelope flap, had Merry Christmas, Merry and Bright, Merry and Bright. So, again, when you open this one, Merry and Bright is on that one. And when you open it, may your holidays be filled with treats, cheer, and warm snuggles to last all year. So, very unique cards. But like I said, Randy's I've already written on it and put it in the paper the right way, in the envelope. So that's why you don't see that particular design or decoration. But yeah, I thought they were super neat. I said, I've never seen cards like this. Very decorative, very creative. Let's get some. So these are going, I'm going to mail these to people that I know. So that's why I still have these. But yeah, Randy's card got a little razzle dazzle to it because that's just her personality. So you saw me get this in Walmart. If you're watching for the first time, then you missed it. But if you watched my iron infusion, day number 3, you watch me decide if I should get this. And I decided to get this one for Randy. So this was the base of this was the main gift that I was trying to get. Something cute, something simple. I figured someone could use regardless. A mug, a little cup mug with a straw in it. Christmassy, very cute. And of course, that's everything in her bag. This is her bag. This is why I was looking for bags this size. This is why I was looking for bags this size, because I knew, y'all, if I'm all over the place with filming, give it grace. I'm trying to keep getting back on track. But I knew that, okay, it might just work better if I keep the camera on myself. That way you don't see me trying to navigate this glove and stuff. So I knew that putting other stuff in here would work. So the other thing that I have that's a little bit, I just have some ponytail holders in here, like some scrunchies. I know most people with a lot of hair don't mind at some point pulling their hair back in a ponytail. So I'm going to just zoom in the bag and show you without pulling everything out. So inside of the bag, there's some ponytail scrunchies in there. There's a black one you see. There's like a mauve and a pink peach one, or a deeper mauve, a fuchsia one. So yeah, so that's Randy's bag. So that young lady is one of the ladies at my oncology office. Next, we're going to look at Chantel. We're going to look at Chantel's bag. Chantel's bag doesn't have joy on it, but it's also a cute Christmas bag. So 2 of the bags have joy on it. 2 of them are plain. 2 of them are plain like this. Chantel's bag, same thing. Now her little bag is different than hers, because they were 3 for 1. There were 3 bags for the price of 1. Come on. Something is going to hit the floor just because I don't want anything to hit the floor. So hers was a little different. This is her little bag. So even though I'm taking gifts to 4 people, 1 person don't have one of these small bags because it was only 3. Same thing is in hers. She has the 2 chocolates. She has the candy cane. So the only thing I'm really going to be showing you different in Chantel's bag is the different cup that I got for her. Chantel got this cup. So it's a different type of cup. They call it glass on the description, but I believe it's hard plastic as I tap it. So this is Chantel's bag. Chantel doesn't have the ponytail scrunchies on the inside because I know her. I don't think she's a pull her hair back type of person. She has really beautiful. Chantel has really beautiful, curly, dark, thick hair. And it's kind of like shoulder length. It's almost like she wears a little bit of a medium length bob. I don't even think it's down on her shoulders, or maybe just there. So I would imagine her pulling her hair back in a ponytail is not something she does on. I've never seen her in a ponytail. So yeah, she has beautiful freaking hair. It is beautiful. So ponytail scrunchies I didn't think would be a good idea for her. And like I said, when I do gifts, I like to be thoughtful of what I'm giving the person. So that is Chantel's bag. 2 little gift bags. A different type of cup mug with the candies. Now, I am about to run over Publix. They have like a little hair section, combs, brushes, a little small section with barrettes and bows. I'm going to see if there's anything else I can get. Some type of accessory or something else girly I think she may be able to use. Because again, her bag's kind of big and I want to do it like a stocking stuffer, like stuff enough things in there. Chantel's kind of like a bit of a tomboyish, a little bit. So not too girly for her, but that's what we're going to do. The other phlebotomist at the office with her has a cup like that, but I think it's Christmas trees on it. If I get a chance to do like another little clip of it, I'll if I'm giving it to her, she has it out. If I get a chance to take a picture or something like that, I'll show it to you. But both ladies at one office have the little short mugs, and then both ladies at the other office have the taller ones I just showed you, but different prints on them. And everybody have the candies, the candy cane, and then one of the other girls also have the scrunchies in her bag. I sound very confusing, so I'm going to stop because you guys are probably like, it really doesn't matter the details. You showed us the stuff, get missing. So I'm going to go pick up the pieces, and we're going to go play Santa today, right? Thank you guys for watching. Oh, and I clearly forgot to mention that the cards that I showed you, more of like what they were like before you open them and put them in an envelope. Every lady that I'm dropping a gift off today, all of them have a card. So I didn't show you Chantel's card, but again, it was like the first one. It was wrapped up already in the plastic, and I'd already closed it up, envelope and stuff. So it's better the way I showed you the ones I haven't used. But yeah, everybody has a cute little card. They were all so cute. The decorations and the way the card was on the outside, they all had some type of pop-off decoration effect or something you could touch or flip up, you know, something very tangible that just wasn't a flat card with print on it, something that kind of popped off. One of them was a Christmas tree with some arms coming out from the Christmas tree, and the Christmas tree had on some stilettos at the bottom. That is so Randy. That is so Randy. So yeah, they were all just very dainty and cute. But if I get a chance when they open their gifts, if I think it's appropriate to be like, oh, let me get a picture of your card, I may or may not, just for content. I've seen the cards. I bought them, purchased them, brought them home, opened them up, wrote on them. So just for content, I may get a picture. If it's, I feel like it's too much, or they think it's weird that I'm trying to film what I'm doing. Because some people think, oh, when you do something, you're not supposed to post it. You shouldn't show it. You do it from the heart. You don't brag about it. Weird things like that. But when you're doing content, you do it for that reason, content. I don't brag about nothing I do. I'm actually filming this because I think it's just amazing that I have people that know how to treat me when I go into a doctor's office, as opposed to some of the nightmares I've had. It's truly coming from my heart. I'm doing it because I just create content. Nothing else. Not like, hey, let me brag and boast about what I'm going to go do. I know people have time for that. I ain't got time for that. Okay. Yeah. Now, if I was going to go buy somebody a new car and put it on film, you might be like, it's pizza and some Walmart gifts. I didn't really go out, way out. There are small gifts, and you know what they say, it's the small things that count. That's my sentiment. Just the small things. I just want to show you appreciation. That's why I didn't go get big, elaborate, expensive gifts. I'm not trying to showboat. I'm not trying to show out. Small, simple. I appreciate you. I adore you for being so kind in a professional world, in the medical world, where you care for people, and I can walk in your office and you exude that. I'm going to be kind, and I'm going to care for you because you're in here because of a health condition. So let me treat you like I got some sense and like you matter. I'm about to have a mental health Monday on y'all, right? Because I think it's mental when you act like a monster towards people, or how your mental is, your mental state of mind. Are you kind and warm and soft and caring? Or do you have some, a lot of issues? I have a lot of issues. I won't talk about them. Don't think I'm talking or picking. I have a lot of issues. I talk about my OCD, my anxiety. But I don't cast them on other people in a mean, nasty way. Listen, we ain't having Mental Health Monday. Matter of fact, it's Tuesday. So we ain't doing that. All right, family. So we're pulling into Publix parking lot now. And I know you're probably like, why are you going to Publix, which is food and pharmacy, grocery store? And again, they have this little say, I don't want to do Dollar Tree. I will be in there forever. I'm trying to get things there around people's lunchtime. And I know me, when I go in certain stores or Walmart, there's too much to look at. If I go in Dollar Tree, too much to look at. Then I'll want this and this, and I'll be debating. So I'm like, no, Publix has this really small section. But when I used to do my giveaways, Publix was a little spot sometimes when I would run out of things. I would get my things from different stores, 5 and Below, Dollar Tree, whatever. But then I realized I just happened to be see one day, Publix got a really nice section, their hair section. I mean, even their makeup. I mean, if I knew people wore makeup, I could go in there and get some nice makeup. But their little hair accessory area, it's pretty decent. Again, if you know people wear ponytail scrunchies, they have a lot of those. They have other items like, little barrettes. They got some really nice, and they look expensive, really nice barrettes. I've gotten them before when I used to do my giveaways. So they have things, is why I'm going. And the section is small. I won't have time to be in here forever looking around and can't pick up the pizza and don't even make it till lunchtime. I'll be 2 or 3 o'clock trying to drop the pizzas off. Baby, everybody who brought lunch will have eaten their lunch and whatever else. They don't know I'm coming. They don't know we're coming. So yeah, that's why I'm parked, guys. So that's why I'm choosing this. I may not even find anything, but I just want to do some more stocking stuffers, if you will. Put some more things in the bag. Small section, I'm going to find something or I'm not, and I'm going to keep missing. So that's why I'm choosing Publix, because I know they have a section for that. Yeah, we're going to go in here and see what we find. But I probably won't take the camera because, again, it'll slow me down. So I'll probably catch you guys on the way to pick up the pizzas. So I decided to bring the phone really quickly just to do 2 things. Show you guys as the makeups, of course. Anybody knows anything about Publix. If I wanted to get gifts in this arena, I could. If this is what I wanted to do, you know. They have the girly cosmetic type of things that you could purchase. Nail polishes. They have little foot spas. They have things that you could get, right? So there are things that you could get in that little section right there. But it's really not the section I'm talking about. And this is I'm going to actually try to zoom back to show you how tiny this section is. But this is what I was talking. So here you have hair colors. You have hair colors. We're going to zoom past my little section, and right on the other side you have shampoos and conditioners. So the section is this tiny. That's it. To find some hair accessories. If not, I'm going to show you real quickly the items I said. They got some really nice barrettes and stuff that look a little bit on the expensive side. Talking about. So that's what I was saying. Maybe use those as some stocking stuffers. Of course, they have the banana clips, barrettes. They have the large banana clips. Got some little hair ties. So just some little basic hair accessories that a lot of women who have longer hair could use. Little round brush, Conair brushes. That's not if I'm going to pick any of these items up, but I just wanted to check. Oh, and of course, more scrunchies. Little hair ties, little scrunchies. So yeah, I mean, if you wanted to be fancy, you got some flat irons and some curling irons. So quick, I'm going to see if there's anything out from this little section I want to throw in as stocking stuffers. I tell you, I got to learn how to slow down in my content, right? But I'm in a rush. Little section one time. That's literally it. You see what's on the other side of it. It's that tiny. So yeah. Was not to do Walmart or Dollar Tree. Makes sense, right? I'll see you in the car. Right. So we found some really nice stuff in that little section. I thought I got a bunch of different hair accessories. Some of the bows and barrettes and whatnot. So I was showing you guys. I got a few of those. And then for one of my phlebotomists, she has really long, thick, like kind of bushy hair. So I got her a couple of those Conair brushes. Don't know if she uses them. I think she can use them, so it's not a matter of whether she uses them or not. But again, some of the things I feel like they're safe because so I feel like as far as the brushes and some of the other hair accessories, some of the ladies I know, let me just say two of them I know. I have children. So, I mean, if you want to get the barrettes and put them in your child's hair or, use them on your child, that's fine. Or even a niece, somebody like that. I like to do gifts, like I said, even if you're going to re-gift a gift, I'm okay with that. Don't throw my money in the trash. I would hate to give somebody a gift they hate, they're allergic to, they don't like the scent or something of that nature. If that's the type of gift I was given and they just trash it. And a lot of people aren't thinkers. I'm a thinker. I think everything through. Before I trash something, I will take it to Goodwill if I don't have a person to give it to. I'm not going to let somebody gift me something knowing they spent money, any amount of money. If it's $1, I'm not going to do that and trash it. So I like to be thoughtful when I give gifts for the person and myself, that they can at least say, oh my gosh, this is really cute. Let me give it to my niece. So the hair accessories is why I wanted to do more stocking fillers for that reason, because use it in your baby's hair. But again, one of my phlebotomists, Sherry, she has a lot of hair. So I don't know if scrunchies would work for her or not, but she definitely has a lot of hair. And she she probably can use the brushes. And again, if not, who would not? I imagine you would take a brush and pass it down to somebody else. Like, oh my gosh, I got this Christmas gift. Just telling somebody about them. And I got these really nice brushes that I'll probably never use. And somebody's like, what type are they? You know, girl, I can use them. You know, I just think certain things you'll just give away before you put in the trash. So, but we did get some Conair brushes. One was a set. It was 2 different types of brushes. And then Chantel, just because of the type of hair she have, I imagine she might run like a wire brush through it. Not a wire brush, but the kind that's like a spike brush. I don't know what it's called. Spikes. But she might run that through even her curly hair. Because, baby, her hair is curly and bouncy. She probably has to do very detailed work to get those curls out of her hair. Like a flat iron probably just don't work. A lot of product, because her hair is super freaking curly. It's beautiful hair though. So anyway, that is the reason I got the brushes, and then just some other hair clamps, clips, accessories. Some of the ones that I showed you, I got those, and I'm just gonna kind of use them as stocking fillers. Throw them in there a little bit to fill the bags. And yeah, it is 12:22, so I think we're pretty much on schedule. I kept saying I wanted to be at their office no later than 1:30 with lunch, and I think that's a little bit late, but considering the fact I'm not a morning person, I got to get up when I can get up, and I didn't get a lot of sleep either. I probably had about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Baby, my body can do 8, 10, 12 hours of sleep easily. So that's a little bit of sleep for me, from my body. But we know I had the iron infusion, so I got a lot more energy than I typically would have. And at the end of the day, it's an off day from work. So if I get tired for any reason, I'm the type of person, even though I'm a night owl, I will go home and I will crash so early. People who know me, like, you in the bed at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You in the bed at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night in the evening. Easily. If I'm tired, I always listen to my body. So the people that know I'm a night owl are usually shocked if there's something about me. They like message me at 7, 8 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock in the morning because everybody knows I'm awake. Like, girl, I message or whatever. And I'm like, baby, I was in the bed. You was in the bed. When my body tells me to shut down, I do just that. It's not often, but I have those moments of being lethargic. I have those moments of when my iron is low, just different things, and I will listen. Or if I'm out and about and I'm using up way too much energy and I burnt myself out and I'm home like sluggish, baby, I'm gonna get a shower and lay it down. And that's when I can sleep 8, 10, 12 hours. I can sleep all day. When I'm in that zone, I can sleep an entire 24 hours easily. I mean, waking up, maybe watch a little bit of TV and back out. Get up and go potty, back out. Maybe grab me a snack, back out. It's like I'm on some type of NyQuil. So yeah, anywho, with that being said, regardless of what I do today, if I get tired, which I shouldn't, I'm doped up with iron infusion, right? I'll just go home and relax. I do want to do some things around the house, so hopefully my energy stays high. But I'm rambling and I'm babbling. I'm going to learn to stop doing it in my content. I promise, guys, one of these good old days. I was saying it's 12:22. It's probably not 12:22 because my clock's always fast. But I think I'm going to get there in a decent amount of time where people should be starting to do lunch or on lunch or considering lunch. I wanted to be there way before 2 o'clock. That's late for lunch, but some people take late lunches. I think people start taking lunch between 11 and 1. Just my guess. Typical time. Office. When you work in the office, that's about a time you see people breaking and going to lunch. When the office is shut down, you can't get them on the phone because they're taking an hour lunch. Nobody's answering the phones and things of that nature. So it's 12:20. And we're going to grab these pizzas, and they're literally about 6 minutes around the corner from getting the pizzas. So we will definitely be dropping off the food before 1 o'clock. I was going to say 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm such a night owl. All I think about is AM hours. We'll definitely be there before 1 o'clock. It's literally 12:20. They're like around the corner. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. We're dropping off pizzas and hopefully putting some smiles on some people's faces. That's what I love to do. If you've been watching my channel for a while, if you haven't, go back and watch. In the very beginning, all I did was Shein giveaways. I advertised it on my channel, Shein giveaways. I just love blessing people. Imagine if I was a millionaire, baby. Everybody who knew me and didn't know me would be blessed. I don't know what it is about that. It's something not weird, but it's something deep in me where I love giving. Not even giving back. I just like giving. So if I had a lot of money, baby, I would just be blessing people. So I see why celebrities do it when they have the ability to. I see why. I'm not on celebrity status. Clearly don't have celebrity money, but what little bit of coins I have, when able, I love to do things for people. When I say it don't break the bank, I'm going to do it. And like these gifts I got today, they weren't very expensive, but it's a very nice gesture, and that's how I keep my money. I don't be going, I ain't trying to, well, I better get a gift that at least costs $25 each for each person. Baby, I don't have to do that. So I'm very mindful how I spend my money. I'll tell people in a minute, I'm funny about my money. Real funny about my money. That's why I keep a little bit, keep some coins. I'm never drawing anything dry when it comes to my coins. No, we ain't gonna get that well to go dry. Never. So we're almost at Little Caesars, and even that, I'm getting less expensive pizza. I can go to Pizza Hut and Papa John's and maybe some other pizza spots that charge. Little Caesars, I think that's what people typically do when they want to do a large amount of people. When they want to do a large amount of people, you know, you go to Little Caesars and you go to what, Hungry Howie's, Huey, whatever the name of that. I said I don't eat these pizzas, but the guy talked. He was so friendly yesterday. He was telling me all about this new stuffed crusted something pizza. I'm thinking I want to try it, and I don't do Little Caesars, but he made me think I want to try it. We're here, guys. We made it, Little Caesars. There we have it. We made it. We are at Little Caesars. We're gonna pick up these people's pizza. They have been wonderful and great to me. I don't know. What is it? Let me see if they have it on here. No, they don't have it. But it's called their cheesy stuffed crusted something, he called it. It's something crusted pizza. So they said it's their number one. It's really big and whatever. So I did get one large cheese pizza. I got a large pepperoni pizza. And then I got a large, whatever the new stuffed crusted thing pizza. So I did get 3 pizzas. It was very inexpensive. All 3 pieces is $25. So I say I like to be a blessing to somebody, but I'm not going to break the bank to do that. I was going to get 2 pieces. By the time I talked to him, and 2 pieces was only $15. I'm like, baby, really? So you just find ways to bless people where it's affordable for you. That may be a lot for somebody else. I'm not spending $25 on pizzas for people that work in an office. You know, I have my reasons. It's my blessing, and I have my reasons for being a blessing today. So we're going to go in. Pieces should be ready, or at least coming out the oven. We're going to pay, and we're going to get off to the doctor's office. We have officially picked up Little Caesars pizzas. There are the 3 pieces. You see there's 1, 2, 3. We are on our way to greatness. I just like doing stuff like this. Now I've never done. I said a lot of times I've had some medical procedures in the past, and again the staff was so amazing. I would tell Smooch, like, because she's always my driver, I'm like, you got to bring me back and do something for me. I just want to drop some nice gifts off, so whatever. We don't always get around to it because I forget. I don't always get around to it because I always forget. And it's weird because a lot of times I've done something, it's around the holidays, so it's like a perfect time. And once or twice, it wasn't the actual holidays. And I just told myself in my brain I was still going to go back and just drop off some gifts. And just life got caught up and I didn't. So I'm finally getting to do it. Yeah, just got caught up with life and just didn't get a chance to get back around to it. Like a surgical procedure where I'm spending time healing and just going through whatever. I know you guys, I talk a lot about me with my medical, my health issues and doctor's appointments and doctor's offices and whatnot. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about, because sometimes people can blame people. Like, you can know somebody that's always talking about somebody's using them. She used me, he used me, they used me. And then when you get into the meat and potatoes of the stories and the situations and the scenarios, and it's like, you be trying to buy people. Every time I turn around, you're like buying people things, and people aren't asking you for things, and you just always spending your money on people. That's not people using you. Sometimes it's like, prove what you're talking about. Give me a scenario, give me a story, give me an example. So I'm gonna give you an example of me talking about how I've been in a lot of medical facilities and having people be extremely unprofessional. And I have way too many stories to tell. I'm gonna give you one example because we have a short commute to the doctor's office. Time check. We are at 12:34. So we're good. We'll be there before 1 o'clock. I had a medical procedure, and I always have to go in explaining my life away. I have anxiety, I have OCD, touch is my issue, I go through that, and so it's okay, we'll accommodate you. We want you to be very comfortable. We want you to be as comfortable as possible, whatnot, whatever. So one day I had this lady, she was working with me so well. That you could tell she was super patient. They were not used to my stuff, but you could see how they started coming around to, okay, she really needs this. This is what she needs. She has a lot of anxiety. They had to give me medications to calm me down, to get the IV in. A lot of things I could see they were doing to accommodate me. You know, it's okay, sweetie. You know, do you need to hold my hand? Okay, I know you don't want me to touch you, so don't hold your hand. Think of a nice place that you love to be. Do you have children? Do you have grandchildren? What's your favorite place to be? When people do that, I know they give a damn. I know they care. And when one person did it, and I said, I always go to the beach now. Because I love the beach. I always just put myself at the beach when I'm having these anxiety moments. Anywho, make the long story short, I had 2 people that were working with me, and they were super kind, super patient. One lady came in towards the end, and something about her energy was off. She did not do anything like profound, but I kept saying she's not as comforting as the other 2 women. Why the hell was this lady the lady that came to get me when I woke up? Now, mind you, everybody at this point know I have extreme OCD. I have my wipes in my hand. When I'm talking to y'all, I got a wipe in my hand. You don't even know it, right? Keep a wipe in my hand. I got extra wipes everywhere. I'm asking for wipes. You know, don't touch that. Could you wipe that cord down? If you're going to put that on my bed, can you clean that? They know I have OCD, right? This woman going to take my mental health condition, OCD, my obsessive compulsive disorder behavior. As I'm waking up, this heifer has the nerve to tell me, she's waking me up, and then I'm coming out of it. She had a nerve to say, you're slobbing. You don't need to be doing that. You of all people should know about germs. Y'all think I'm lying. I know you think I'm lying. I know you think I'm lying. Baby, when I tell you I have such a different brain, I've been medicated before coming out of procedures, and my OCD never shuts off. I have been put in a vehicle, and I'm like, don't put my face in the seat. I'm doped up. I shouldn't even know my name. Don't put my face in the seat. You know, wait a minute. Let me sit this way. My OCD don't shut off under anesthesia. You see how people post videos, people come back from the dentist, and they just out of it? One thing about my brain, it always connects to OCD. That's how severe my OCD is. When I tell you, it's like a person fake being drunk, but if something happened, all of a sudden they sober. You would have thought I never had anesthesia. I came up out that anesthesia so fast. And I said, let me tell you something. And I ain't going to tell you all the rest. I let her have it. At that time, they had already called Smooch, my driver, to come pick me up. Baby, when she got there, she already know how I am. So she looking like, oh, Lord. She like, look, listen. Okay, okay, I'm here now. I said, no, it ain't about you being here now. At that point, I wasn't mad at her because she wasn't there. She didn't know. But when I told her what happened, I think I'm the type of person that would have went and addressed the issue. And I know that's not her. She's more laid back, more quiet. But I would have been like, hold on. She's upset about something. She on anesthesia. She shouldn't even be this alert. What happened? I need to see the person that whatever. That's me. She was just kind of like calming me down. And it was kind of making me a little bit upset. Like, no, don't tell me to calm down. You don't know what just happened. I'm sitting here trying to come out of anesthesia, don't know my name, don't know the game, don't know where I'm at, don't know nothing. And this heifer gonna talk about I'm slobbing. You had a tube down my mouth. Half of one, if I'm slobbing, I'm not even aware of it. I'm so numb and out of it. What are you talking about? And then talking about you of all people should know better. I'm in a recovery room by myself. If I'm slobbing, what are my germs? What is my slob doing? Am I contaminating the house? What you think I have? What airborne disease do you think I have that I'm slobbing and I'm contaminated? Everybody gonna die? What are you talking about? So, honey, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. And then the guy across the desk chimes in, ma'am, you need to calm down. I said, no, you need to shut up and mind your business. If you don't know what's going on over here, and if you didn't hear what she just said to me, you need to mind your business. I was about to light everybody up. Whoo! I hate to go back to the moments because I actually go to the moment. I actually am in that zone of what had me so upset. But honey, that was just one of them. And I'm telling you the story, so it probably doesn't even sound that intense. But to be coming out of anesthesia and you're alert and you're looking for somebody to assist you and help you. And she comes talking about, and I think she even added before she said that, I need you to spit in the cup or something. You're just slobbering, and you of all shit. Y'all, I'm here. Let me go have a better moment. Let me go deliver these pizzas. Let me go deliver these pizzas to these people and have a better moment than the moment. I don't even know why I decided to tell y'all that story before I got here. I just thought I'd give you a little bit of example of when I'm always talking about I've been in professional places and people weren't professional. And also give you an example of why I'm doing what I'm doing today. Because these people, the ones I'm blessing, haven't so much treated me like that. We'll talk about that because I've had a bad experience in here. It's been 2 or 3 years ago. They all are better. When I walk in the door, it's almost like, all hail Queen Destiny. All hail King Emmanuel. I'm telling you, it's about like that when I walk in here now. So everybody gets pizza for that reason. I'll be back. All right, guys. I'm not as excited to go to the next spot and drop my second batch of gifts off because that did not go as planned at all. I'm a thinker, so I always think things through. I didn't really think nobody would be at work today because when I had my last iron infusion last week, I clearly asked the 2 young ladies, I'm like, what are your off days? So I'm like, I don't know if they're off like a Monday and a Friday or Tuesday and a Thursday. Maybe in the middle of the week they're off on Wednesday. So I did ask both of them, how about I move my vehicle some? Because this sun is not a good spot for me to be in. Let's see if I can get the sun. Okay, because I can't even see the camera. Okay, yeah, that was blinding to me. And I'm just going to stay in the parking lot before I start driving. So I made sure they both were going to be working, that their off days didn't fall in the middle of the week. They said, oh no, both of them are taking some time off the week before Christmas. I said, perfect. Any day next week's good. I'm only off 2 days of the week. So there you have it. I'm going to go on my first off day of the week. I get there thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to be so hungry and surprised. They got food. Y'all, when I say this is such a disappointment, and I'm going to get over it. It's not that serious. No one died, so it's not that serious. It's just when you have an expectation and then it kind of flops, it's like, but what had happened was I go in and a few faces was like, ooh, food, or just a couple. Let me say a couple faces. So then I said, I just want to drop these off at your break room. I brought these for everybody today. Like, oh my gosh, it's so sweet of you. Thank you. And the break room that I know of, she went another direction. So I'm kind of popping my head in as we're walking down in certain offices going, hey, I brought pieces for you guys today. Hope everyone enjoys. If not, take some home with you. Went over to the infusion, the treatment area, and said the same thing. Hey, and lady was like, oh, I was looking for you. And I'm thinking, well, you passed the area to go to the break room side. When you went down that hallway, in my mind, I'm thinking, I didn't know where you went. So I went to start speaking to people because I thought she took a dip first before taking me to the break room. I know that's a break room. I know it's a break room. So when I went back, I went the way she went just to see what she was doing. She said, I was looking for you. I said, oh, I was just speaking to people. We went outside, up 3 stairs to this other building. But as soon as she opens the door, I was like, what is this? There's this guy standing there. He was a rep. He's a medical rep. Trays and trays and trays of food. He brought food today. I know y'all like, get to the damn point. I mean, he had so much food there. I'm like, so imagine my little Caesar pizzas probably. I mean, who knows? His food don't have to be good. I don't know where he had it catered from, where he brought it from. So I said, oh my goodness. I said, they have all this food already. I really chose the wrong day. And he said something. And then he said, oh, it'll get eaten. I'll just take it all home. I said, well, that's not nice. I want everybody. He said, it was just a joke. I said, yeah, I want everybody to get some. He said, it was just a joke. I said, but you work here, right? And he had on a Christmas sweater and like a name tag. I didn't realize it wasn't like a work badge, but it was a tag. So he said, no, I'm just a rep. I said, oh, wow, I'm just a patient. He said, oh my gosh, this is so sweet of you. So we had a cute interaction, but I'm like, buddy, I could have come on Friday and done this. But I felt like some people's vacation may start Friday. Some people don't go to work on Friday. They make it a short week. But all the reasons I thought, don't do it Friday. Do it closer to the start of the week. Because people get to work, you know, Monday, Tuesday, the days we dread and hate, we still get to work, right? Because we just the start of the week. And if you're going to mess up a day, a lot of people think, let's do it on Friday. So they have a long weekend. I did not expect them to. I mean, they had like 3 tables full of food. And it might have been 4. It was definitely more than 2 tables. 3 or 4 tables full of food. Then Randy, my girl was there. But then the other girl, Alexis, wasn't even, she was working yesterday, not feeling well, and she called out today sick. So I don't have time to keep running up to the office. It's not that far from where I live, but I talked to Randy. I said, of course, I wouldn't accuse anybody of stealing, but do you think the gift would be safe, meaning at her station, her area, meaning it won't get misplaced? I would never accuse anybody of people would take her stuff. She said, oh yeah, she said, ain't nobody gonna steal nothing because I'll mess them up. That's just her personality. And she did not say I'll mess them up. I said, baby, that made 2 of them because you need to call me so we can get up here and be gangster together. So that's just how our little cute banter is. But the second girl, they had already, I mean, loads and loads of food. And one of the young ladies is not even here today. So that's the disappointment. I'm going to go to the lab and hope for the best that they're there at work today. That they are at work today. So I had to leave her gift because I didn't want a chance coming up here another day she's not here. More gas, more, and I don't leave home a lot. So this is huge for me to get out, and I just wanted to knock out everything today. So she has her gift whenever she returns to work. Randy did say if she's at work, she'll definitely, make sure she goes. I said, please make sure she goes through the entire bag because I have like little small things in there. And if she thinks she's seen everything, she may throw something away. She said, I will. So now it's just like a huge thing because Randy may not be there when she comes back. She may not be able to tell her. I definitely can't see her expression. Randy even said, can I hug you? I said, girl, this is big because I'm not big on touch. I said, but this is a moment that's well worth a hug. So we hugged. Because I don't touch me, but I'm going to go home and shower. It's no big deal. I touch people, but I have to get out of my OCD head when I do. And I just have to tell myself, woosah, chill out. It's okay. They're not rolling in the mud dirty. They're not disgusting dirty. They're not grungy. Let it go. And just clean yourself up when you get home. You're going to get a shower at the end of the day. So I have to talk myself through that type of touch with people. But in that moment, I really didn't talk. But, I know I'm going to get a shower later. So, y'all, that's it. We're going to head over to the lab and see if Chantel and Sherry are working today. And we're going to head over there. They don't close for another hour and a half or something. But they're literally not far either. Everything was very, very close. Picking up the pizzas here and the next office is close. So that's what happened. I'm a little down, but my good deeds are being done regardless. Or should I say that word that people say is not a word, irregardless. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna step away, y'all, for a minute. I like to have my private moments after sharing with you all. So I'm gonna have a little moment while I drive, and I may get back on film before we get to the lab. All right, fam, here's the deal. Next time y'all hear me say I want to do something cute, great. I feel like my face, oh yeah, y'all getting to see that. In this video, you're probably like, why she look how she look? But in previous videos, I told y'all I got this light stuff going on my eyebrows. It's weird. So whatever light makeup I put on my face today really didn't cover it. And I did a really poor job. I just wanted to get out of the house. So, but you get to see what I be talking about. I got this light spot above and below my eyebrows, which is why I wear makeup. I hate makeup. A lot of people think filters and makeup is somebody not trying to show their natural. Baby, I got about 5 different tones in my face, and I don't know where the hell it came from because I haven't always had it. I've always had people compliment my skin my entire life. Oh my gosh, you have such nice skin, such beautiful skin. I think it has something to do with being anemic, not getting enough vitamin D. I stay in the house. So at some point, my face just, I don't know what the white spots are. I got dark spots on the side of my nose because of the glasses, my natural skin tone. And because I am of a darker complexion, you don't really see the rings around my eyes. But I also have dark rings. You just don't see mine that well, like if I was a light-skinned person. But the makeup ain't makeup-ing today. The makeup ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing today by covering those spots. So let me tell you guys what just happened at the phlebotomist office. Another one wasn't at work. But you know what? Let's have a proud moment. Have a proud moment with me. With my OCD, I don't like to touch, don't touch me. I have hugged two of my favorite people today. So that is the highlight of the day. But the manager, phlebotomist, the one that I adored the most, she was there. We had a moment. We really had a good moment, like Randy and I did. She was like, oh my God, I didn't expect this. You didn't have to. I said, girl, you take care of me. You are so professional. You take care of my crazy. You take care of my anxiety. You comfort me. You are professional. You do so good by me. I had to show you appreciation. So when she said, can I get a hug? I'm like, you know, this is a huggable moment. So of course. So, but the other one wasn't there. Christmas is weird. She's on vacation this whole week. So it's weird. The other two aren't vacationing until closer to Christmas. It is what it is. Isn't Christmas next week? Oh, that's right. Randy's taking vacation the week of Christmas. And then the other girl's taking a day or two next week. So it is what it is. Two people, I wasn't able to give them their gifts today. But they are secured where they work. Sherry had a cubby hole, a locker. So hers is in her locker. And Alexis is at her desk. So I'll see them some point after the fact, and I'm sure they'll give their thanks then. So I don't know. I had, you know, I piece my day together. I do little segments and I cut the camera off and back. So I don't know what I was saying last. I don't even know why I got off the camera last time, but I did. I'm not sure what I said. So we're just kind of picking back up. I was headed home, and I decided I'm going to go to Texas Roadhouse and get me some food. I don't have anything at the house to eat. And when I don't have anything to eat, I kind of eat light. I'll just maybe eat cereal for the day. I may fix a wrap. I just kind of do that. And I don't want to do that. I kind of want some food today. So I'm going to go to Texas Roadhouse. And even then, when I get what I get is not anything fancy. I love their bread. So I'm going to make sure I get me some bread. And I usually get, which I hate the name, roadkill. It's like a beef patty. It's like a hamburger patty. Literally, it's just ground beef. It's very good. They season the heck out that meat. Is really good. And so I'm gonna get that, and probably if their mashed potatoes have skins in them, I don't like skins in my potatoes. I want potatoes. I don't want potatoes and skin. Then I will probably just get a baked potato. That will be my side. So that's it. Just really meat, potatoes, and bread is what I plan to get. And then I'm going to head home. Now, the Texas Roadhouse, there's a newer one in the area. I can't say near me because neither Texas Roadhouse that I would go to are near me. So even though what I just did was went up the road to the medical facilities and dropped off gifts and food, I could have went straight back down the road home. Since I'm deciding that I want to go eat, and that's what I want to eat, I'm actually going to go and drive further out and get me some. I'm gonna hit this light. I'm gonna hit this light. I'm gonna hit this light. I was gonna punch it and go, but I'm like, nah. I had enough time to stop. So that's what we're doing. Texas Roadhouse to get that. I'm gonna call it a hamburger steak. That's what I'm used to at other restaurants. They would call it a hamburger steak. And I remember last time I went, I said, I was describing to the girl. She said, "Oh, you mean a roadkill?" I said, "Well, baby, why you gotta call it roadkill?" She said, "No, on the menu, look." I said, "I don't want to look at the menu. I don't want to know that what I'm about to eat is called roadkill. That's not even appealing. Like, don't nobody want to think of you done." I said, "Y'all know what roadkill is? Why would you put that on the menu as a food item?" So we were back and forth laughing. I said, "Ma'am, just don't keep saying roadkill. While we talking about my order and what you bringing to the table for me to eat, I don't want to keep calling it roadkill. Can we call it something else?" So she just kept laughing. I was clowning with her. Not even serious. So I said, roadkill, ain't that the stuff that you hit with your car on the road and you ride by, you know, that's some roadkill, and the people gotta go use, the people who had a job gotta go pick it up, scrape it up off the ground, and you don't eat it. You don't eat roadkill. I think it's weird for a restaurant to choose that. You know, I've seen people have really funny stuff on their menus. So when you look at it, oh my God, this is called, you know, rock kicking fries. Rock kicking pasta. Slap your mama spaghetti. You know, I've literally seen those type of weird things, funny things on menus, but not disgusting things. Cute, funny, different, quirky, but nasty, disgusting, dead. You want me to think of a dead animal on the road. You killed it, and then you put it on my plate for me to eat. Okay, y'all, let me get off of it. Y'all see what I do, right? You see how I stay in my head. I stay in my head about stuff. I know I was going to get back on film and say to you that... I know I was going to get back on film and say to you something about my rambling that you see. You will see how I go in my brain. I don't remember what I was doing at the time I was going to talk about it. But anywho, I do that. It was something about being in one of the doctor's offices. And I think it was when I came back to talk to you guys, I had a bunch of things going through my head. So sometimes, it makes me forget everything I want to say. Sometimes if I say I'll be back, or I'm going to go in the store and I'm going to get in the car and come back on film, I have like 10 things going through my head, and I will start talking to you all about them, and I probably won't cover but like 4 or 5 or 6. I won't cover them all. So I'll hop back on, but like, okay guys, I just hop back on. Brain stay busy. Brain stay busy. Can't shut it off. Can't keep it all together. Can't keep it in order. Can't remember that I talked to you about this and I didn't say that, and I need to get back. Yeah. Anywho, I'm rambling. I'm babbling. So what we gonna do is hop off of here. So I have something else I want to talk to you guys about. All right, so we made it to Texas Roadhouse, and we're waiting. They have a very odd setup. You actually stand outside, and you order through a window. I thought that was a bug crawling on my finger. It's a little odd, but it is what it is. It's weird if they had like, you know how you're inside and you order, food to go. And sometimes there's a wait. It'd be weird if it's like super hot, rainy, or cold or something like that. This is a very awkward way to have to order. And I went inside just because sometimes, you know, I was going to ask for a menu and check some things. I knew what I was getting, but I was like, I was going to ask a few questions about stuff on the menu, like your mashed potatoes. I'm tired, y'all, so I'm starting to get tired. So I was talking about it earlier in the video, how even though I have my iron infusions, if I do too much out, I can still get tired. And so I'm having that, see that coming down on camera. But anyway, I was going inside to ask about the potatoes and if they have skins in them. And the girl say, yeah, but you I didn't even ask the question because I said, can I do the order inside? She said, no, you actually have to go out. We can't even do it inside. I said, okay. So I didn't bother to ask. But yeah, it was just weird that you literally have to stand outside and the girl opens a slide door, like a drive-through window, but you walk up to it. You got to get out of your car and walk up to it. Again, the weather, inclement weather, is just not a good setup. Anywho, I ordered food, and my energy is probably coming down because it's after 3 and I haven't eaten. So it should not have anything to do with my iron at all. It's just I haven't had any food. And I literally took a sip or two of drink before I left. And I just felt like whatever I do, if I stop and take time to eat, that's going to be take up more time for me getting out to grab the pieces and drop the gifts off. So I sacrificed my gut, my stomach. I didn't eat, and now I'm hungry. So that's probably why I have no food, no energy for that reason. Drop down in the comments for me and tell me, did you know this? I want to know how many people knew this. I didn't realize to this degree. What we eat gives us the energy that, I just thought you just wake up and you naturally have bodily energy. Not the food that you eat gives you energy. Not the sugars that you take. I mean, I knew that, but not to this magnitude. Here I go. I'm going to tell you the story. One day, Smooch challenged me not to eat any carbs. I don't remember why we talked about this. I'm not going to try to go back to the long story because I don't remember it. But I was like, no problem. So she was telling me what carbs are. The things that I eat, don't eat those. That's all. I don't know why we did this again. I don't remember why. So about halfway through the day, my goofy behind like this. I called her at work and I said, girl, what is going on? She started laughing. She said, that's what it's like when you don't have carbs. So anyway, it was a longer conversation why we did it, in between, after the fact, but I never knew that. So now I know, because I haven't eaten like any sugars or anything.
is why I'm, energy is down here. And it's so amazing that when you actually put something in your body, it's like injecting energy. Food is energy. Again, to that magnitude, you don't think of it. You just think you get up and you have breakfast. You don't think breakfast is going to get me to work and I'm going to be good for the first 2 hours. You don't think my breakfast is what's going to drive me through the day. My lunch is going to keep me going, because we eat and we have the energy. They just seem to go hand in hand naturally. You don't think about how it's literally like putting gas in a car to go. So I said all that to say that's probably why I'm tired. I don't think it has anything to do with my iron. I shouldn't be. Now, I get like this when my iron is low, but I've had no food. I didn't eat a potato chip, a cookie, nothing, a crumb. I sipped on some juice and hit the door. And I said, oh, that's right. You said you was going to fix yourself a wrap today. And I didn't. And I left out. I said, I don't have time. I don't want to waste any more time. So I'm hungry. That's that. That's it. That's all. And I am probably going to go ahead and wrap this up. I probably won't be back on. I don't really have anything else to talk about for today. I wanted you guys to share the excitement of me dropping off the food and gifts. And you see how that didn't go over the way I planned. So when I get home, I'm going to be so hungry. All I'm going to want to do is eat and figure out what I'm going to do around the house. If I stay dirty, I'll probably do some cleaning in my office. And if I feel like getting clean, I'm going to bed. This is one of those days I would just get into bed. It's weird. My OCD. I mean, I could take a shower, put on some house clothes, and walk around and then take another shower before I go to bed. But sometimes I don't want to take 2 showers after I get home. I want to take a shower, and I'm going to take an OCD shower where I get into bed. I'll take a different type of shower where I may just get in the shower, put on some clothes, do whatever I'm going to do around the house, and then take another shower. I have to take an OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder shower before I get in my bed. Baby, that means everything gets scrubby-dub-dub from the rooter to the tutor. I take damn near a bleach bath. And that's how I get in my bed. Just a good rinse off, get this outside germs and dirt off me. I walk around the house with that type of shower. There's 2 types of showers my OCD behind take. Anywho, if I hop back on, we'll know. If I don't, thanks for watching me today. See you all later and goodbye. That's the window, y'all, I was telling y'all about. That's Texas Roadhouse. Of course, you see the sun. That's the window you got to order from outside. You got to order right there. That's it. I think it's weird, but yeah. They make you stand outside right there and order your food. Can't go through the main door with the regular people. You got to stand out here and order right there. Quite interesting.